name is Paul Carr, and I want to invite you out to my show on the main stage Sunday night, February the 16th at 10 o'clock. My band and I will be doing a tribute to the great Mulgrew Miller. Playing with me will be Bruce Barth, vibraphonist Steve Nelson, Michael Bowie, and Louis Nash. Hope to see you there. Well, what got me into playing saxophone is my mother, actually. My mother is a great jazz fan, and when I was growing up, she would always have records playing on in the house. And she told me that I was going to play the saxophone. So I guess she hoped that I'd play the saxophone. So by the time they introduced instruments to you in school, 3rd or 4th grade, and actually that was a band, the high school band came over, and I couldn't wait to go to the concert. And I think the next year or two, I started with the saxophone. So I have my mother to blame for this. The people that I listened to growing up, initially, because my mom was a big soul jazz person, I used to listen to a lot of Grover Washington Jr., Stanley Turrentine was being played in the house a lot. Eddie Harris, I used to hear Eddie Harris and Les McCann a lot, those records. David Fathead Newman. So those were my earliest influences. Then later, as I got to be more, I started to study music and got in, school bands and started playing in jazz bands. And then, bebop caught my ear and hard bop, and I started listening to John Coltrane, Sonny Rollins, and Joe Henderson. And I still listen to those guys today. Yes, I just finished recording my new record, and it is not titled yet. It's going to be, it's going to be with the organ, and I've done 2 sessions with the organ, and we are basically going to combine these 2 sessions together to make one organ project. And I'm trying to cover the organ from all bases. The players on the record are on organ. There is a Pat Bianchi. There's also Bobby Floyd. On guitar, we have the great Bobby Broom, and also we have the great Paul Bollenbeck. Louis Nash is on the record, and we also have Byron Landon on drums. And we have Sam Turner, the great Sam Turner, on percussion. You're going to like both sessions, but it's going to be one record, but you're going to hear from both of those. This is going to be the result of 2 organ sessions. If I had to recommend 3 artists to someone that's coming from R&B or hip hop to get them interested or to get them to motivated to, delve farther into, jazz, I would probably recommend Herbie Hancock would probably be one of the artists. And probably his Headhunters recording somewhere in there, and Rocket, and then maybe if you go back to his Maiden Voyage record that has Maiden Voyage and Cantaloupe Island and Watermelon Man, so they can hear the connection, and then they can see. I think a lot of Herbie's music has been sampled by hip hop artists and rappers and stuff. So at least some of his beats have. So that would be one artist and some recordings that I would probably pretty major for them to check that out. I would also say maybe Cannonball Adderley, the Mercy Mercy record, because you can listen to that record and it's like soul jazz, and then maybe it would spark the listener to want to go back into Cannon's career and hear how he, was playing, bebop, and he played, back, and he's one of the major artists and contributors to jazz. I would say another artist I would have them check out would be Roy Hargrove, trumpeter Roy Hargrove. He's actually from Dallas, Texas. And it's another one who has his playing and his recordings have been from the traditional jazz playing to all the way up with his RH Factor. He has he has hip hop and soul and R&B incorporated into his RH Factor band. And I actually know some of the members personally inside that band. So that would be, I would definitely start with Roy Hargrove, RH Factor, and then once again, hopefully that would pique the interest for the listener to want to go back in Roy's career and listen to some of his earlier things and see how it all came together.